It's on! Hey everybody, welcome to the Monday edition of Disney Parks Talk Live. Wait, they're all Monday editions. My name is Doobie Mosley. I am co-founder here at Laughing Place. Over there, sitting on the weird side today, is Rebecca Mosley. How you doing?
Hey, you're the one who left it here. What can I say?
I'm all confused. Okay, there we go. And then down below is the vice president in charge of not wearing a Roosevelt for a change, Jeremiah Good.
I know. I've been packing. I leave for San Diego Comic-Con on Wednesday, so I've been doing laundry and trying to get everything together for that.
How's the weather out there, Jeremiah?
Here or there?
In Florida, where you're at these days?
Hot. Yesterday, the heat index hit 108.
Oh.
Yeah, so as much as I enjoy Disney Starlight, which we'll talk about in a little bit, it was a rough night for us.
All right, well, let's get to the rough hardship Jeremiah is living these days. Everyone feels sorry for Jeremiah. Let's talk about Disney Starlight.
So, where do you want to start?
Well, let's see. All right, let me get a video going. No, you know what? Let me get a video going here. So I am going to show this video. I'm going to let it play silently. And Jeremiah is going to tell us. Let us start with just your overall impressions of Disney Starlight, Dream the Night Away.
I really enjoy this parade. People are asking me, out of 10, what would you rate it? How many stars? I think, it's hard for me to say Electric Parade is the best because there have been so many changes to it. And I, just like you guys, have seen it glow away 100 times now. This isn't the Electric Parade. This isn't Spectra Magic. This isn't Paint the Night. This is its own parade. And it is very beautiful.
It does look very beautiful. That I will concur with.
I cannot wait to see this myself.
I know we've put up some pictures, and you're not going to get back out there, I guess, but I really want to see just 100 beautiful pictures of this parade.
I will.
Done as an article because it is very pretty. So I should give some basics. This is the new nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom. It officially debuted yesterday. It did soft open 2 days ago. Did it run 3 days ago? Did it run on Saturday night as well?
It did. Okay. Both Friday and Saturday they did the first showing, but not a second showing.
Okay, and it, as you can see, features.
Oh no, I take that back. Saturday they did do 2 shows. I'm sorry.
And you can see it features characters from Wish and these guys and lots of things. You can see the full video on our website. Join the 46,000 other people who've seen it. Thank you very much, YouTube. Okay, so you've given your overall impressions of it. You said what you kind of don't like about it. I'm sure you've talked to tons of people. Does everyone that's seen it seem to like it?
Yes, everybody that saw it really liked it. Last night for the grand opening, I was in with the media section, and almost everybody there either saw it on Friday or didn't see it at all and were yelling at people for spoiling stuff. So really, I kind of talked to the people afterwards that hadn't seen it previously, and they all really enjoyed it. There's so much to this parade. It's definitely a step above Paint the Night as far as like characters go and the float detail. No, there isn't something that can cause an epileptic seizure on this float or on this parade like Paint the Night, but each of the floats have a special moment, and you saw it at the beginning when we were on the Blue Ferry, where at the tail of it, Pinocchio and Geppetto appear inside the float itself, but you don't see it until a special moment. The Frozen 2 float coming up has projections in the ice crystals. Wow. Each one has their own little thing that you have to make sure you watch them as you go. One of the jokes we talked about earlier is at the beginning of this video, when I'm filming it, I'm going past the Blue Ferry going on to the Wish float, and all of a sudden my camera backs up just to catch the Geppetto and Pinocchio because we didn't know that was going to happen.
It's just me that can't hear. Hello.
I can hear you.
I guess Juby's having an audio issue because we can hear you fine, honey.
Yeah.
Hello.
We can hear you. Yeah, each of the floats.
Jeremiah, I have a question for you. I'm going to be heading to the parks soon. If you were telling me, do I need to see it on Main Street, or can I catch it, other places along the parade route? I know some parades, kind of, I don't know, feel better in certain locations than others. I was just curious, does this one hit you that way or no?
So I saw it. This is, of course, middle of Main Street, right across from the Starbucks. Everybody knows where that is. So it had a great view. When I saw it last night, I was on the bridge going into Liberty Square. I talked to Mac, one of our people.
Yeah.
He was right in the hub, and he loved the view he had because, again, he was getting the triggers. I know people loved seeing it in Frontierland, especially the later, because nobody was there. I mean, people were saying that on Saturday night for the 11 o'clock parade, they were by themselves.
I would like to recommend.
Go on,
Mike. I would like to recommend that Disney add a zombie section to this parade and/or a descendant section. That would be very good for a lot of your audience and very, very good for us. So just a recommendation if you guys are listening.
I was gonna say you should. Are you gonna share some of? You can share some of one of our other videos while we have the chat over here. I'm excited. I wish we had additional zombies footage for all of you in the chat. I suspect you've seen our videos. If you haven't, be sure to check out the playlist because we have the full world slide available, so you can catch all the amazing choreography and performais by the cast.
This looks amazing.
So
this looks like
it looks so much fun. I am jealous. I was invited and didn't get to go to see this.
This would make a great nighttime parade.
Yeah, wouldn't this be fun? They did a High School Musical mashup a few years ago, maybe a year ago, at the at one of the Disneyland parties. So yeah, Zoe. we can't because we would get because this particular show we try to avoid music so that we don't get tagged. But you can find it. It's here on the channel, so it's around. You'll be able to find it, but we can't play it here during this
YouTube
hour.
channel is littered with either Starlight or Zombies 4.
Yeah, we'll do our best to bring you all more zombies content. Trust us, we're doing our best because we have heard you. We know you guys would love to see more zombies
and descendants.
Descendants, of course.
All right, back to Disney Starlight. This is the new poster they put out for us. This is now in the walkway, right, Jeremiah?
Yes.
And they've got some merchandise. Take a quick look at some of that here.
Was that the Disney Parks photo?
I believe it was, yes.
That's a horrible angle. I thought that was mine. I was like, I didn't take that angle.
No, this is from from their Instagram, actually.
Jeremiah.
Sorry.
Jeremiah's ashamed.
I took the picture when I walked in yesterday, and I was like, I had a full frame of it because it's a beautiful poster.
Send it in. Let's make sure we get that article updated with a proper Jeremiah picture. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the merchandise, Jeremiah.
This is the bubble wand. It is literally just a light up bubble wand. It says Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away. Multiple colors, bubbles. There is no music. There's no interactivity with the parade, but it's fun because it's Mickey. These ears. So I'm not an ears person at all. These ears. almost fell for it. When we were in the section, Molly put these on and she showed us they light up. They are amazing. Like these could be a parade by themselves.
Okay. I know you got these, Jeremiah.
I only got the pass holder one. I did not buy the standard one because that is a limited release, so I'll get that later in the season. But the pass holder is limited to 5,000. There's my poster.
Right here in the middle of the merchandise article. All right. And then
Who's getting attacked by something? Oh, look, a popcorn bucket. Hang on, here we
Hey.
go.
there you go.
Ooh,
Yes.
we've got Cindy and the Prince, Elsa.
Elsa, Cinderella, the Prince on the beautiful princess float. Moana. There is Miguel,
Hi, Zoe.
the Neverland or the Peter Pan float, and then of course Cinderella Castle with the Blue Fairy.
Yay,
And
the blueberry.
inside, it's like more than just the ordinary there, but it's
Yes.
yeah. What is this stuff?
Blue raspberry. I tried a little bit of it, and I'm not a popcorn person at all. That is the flavor that stuck in my mouth for like 20 minutes. The raspberry, like it is the type of stuff that just gets stuck to your teeth and like you just can't get it off.
Is it very tart?
No, it is very sweet.
Okay.
And we were
Blue
talking.
raspberry, I feel like blue raspberry can go either way, right? Sweet or really tart. So that's why I wanted to ask.
Yes, it was, Kyle. All right, when we were talking about this morning, I was shocked to realize, I mean, completely flummoxed, that this is the first nighttime parade created for an American park since Light Magic. Crazy. Are you okay, Jeremiah?
There's this little fly flying around that loves me.
It's
Can we
reminding me of Bachelor in Paradise. I'm sorry, but a couple of weeks ago,
Jeremiah always reminds me of Bachelor in
the
Paradise.
debut of Bachelor in Paradise, you see all these beautiful people in this Costa Rican resort. And they're all, trying to be romantic with each other. And then next thing you know, they're like shrieking as these critters are dive bombing. It's very funny.
So anyway, Light Magic, 1997 was the last brand new nighttime parade created for an American theme park. Paint the Night was imported.
Wild.
And so we took this opportunity to go deep into Rebecca's archives and bring out the Light Magic press kit, which is just kind of fun.
Spectro?
1991.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not know Spectro was that old. Spectro is ancient. So
and I guess they had some parades that did day and then nighttime, like that. I think the Pixar Let's Get Together parade. No, it's not.
They definitely had parades that would run under the lights.
Well,
but
yeah.
that's different than
remember, they followed up Light Magic with the Mulan parade because they stuck lights in the Great Wall of China.
That's right.
It's definitely different than creating a nighttime parade.
Well, no, I was just trying to think of how do you get around not having a nighttime parade, but that's how. You have things like Magic Happens that you can run daytime and then run again at night.
Most importantly, curtain call.
Well, yes, electrical parade, yes, of course.
Anyway, so Rebecca, you want to talk a little bit about these since this was your conceit?
There were Pixies and Mickey and Friend in Pajamas and some of the best music ever. If you've never heard the music of Light Magic, go find the score of Light Magic. But the parade itself, it was more of a
Street-tacular.
Thank you. That's what they called it, because it wouldn't process by you. It would come and it would stop, and then it would become like a stage. And so there were several of these, and they were set up all along the parade route. And so you would kind of, have this performance happening in front of you. But unlike the marketing that led up to it, that presented the notion of it'll be great from every angle, there was some struggle with people being kind of in spots that were dead it's kind of in between floats or that kind of dynamic. It didn't quite end up being what a lot of us were expecting based on the way it was explained ahead of time. But it leaned heavily on fiber optic technology, so it was very ethereal. It wasn't as vibrant as the electrical parade had been, but it was beautiful. But like I say, where it really soared is the music. So if you haven't heard the music of Light Magic, I really encourage you to go find it. And as Caleb noticed, yes, that was a very young Bill Rogers at the beginning of the video here. You can have some fun looking at the video we shared.
Did you see Rebecca, the sign language guest relations, teaching the people how to do the signing?
Yeah, that was the first time they did that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then that is now still happening. Most recently, I believe, with that Pixar parade, right? They incorporate some ASL, as I recall, into the choreography there.
And even though the parade barely lasted a season, its impact on the park has lasted, because just go check out Small World Mall. That's not what it used to look like prior to Light Magic. What was that?
Jeremiah playing music that we can't hear.
Oh, yeah, I can.
He's dancing to
Oh,
drum.
it is a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
Sadly,
fantastic.
you can't find it unless you find videos on YouTube of the parade.
Yeah, no, it's what that is, one, that melody and the melody from Luminaria. I can't believe that they haven't rehashed it somewhere, like they have so many times we've heard songs come to Disney parks from Europe, from Paris Park, or from Japan, and the fact that none of those have really resurfaced again floors me, because like I say, that Light Magic song is fantastic.
So that's an excellent segue. We had a virtual panel discussion with some of the creators of Starlight, and they pointed out that in the parade there is a tribute to Wishes, SpectroMagic, and of course the Electric Parade. I, being me, had to ask if there was any tribute to Light Magic, and they said that since it was such a short time that it ran, they didn't get a chance to see it. So sadly, there are no tributes to Light Magic in it. Very well answered. They treated me like I wasn't crazy. Good on them.
Aw, that's nice, but aw.
I feel like the tribute to the Electrical Parade is actually a tribute to the Electrical Parade through Light Magic, that it somehow rolls into there. So I'm okay with that.
I mean, technically, it would be a tribute to the Electric Water Pageant, since that still has Gloco down.
Excellent point. All right, let us move on to the West Coast. And it's been a busy week where Disneyland actually celebrated its 70th anniversary over the past 7 days. We have a wonderful laughing place on location. You can go check that out. Mike Celestino with a great thumbnail, in my opinion. Mike Celestino talking about the day, the actual day, July 17th, 2025, and showing lots of stuff from that day. A lot of stuff happened. There was a special cavalcade with some 1955 cast members. Bob Gurr was there having the time of his life, as he only knows how to do. Bob Iger was there. He rang the opening bell. He was hanging out with guests all day, along with Josh D'Amaro. Just a ton of fun at Disneyland 70th. The balloon was there in the morning. Oh my goodness, just so much going on. And check it out all out on Laughing Place on Location. But the biggest thing to happen that day was the opening of Walt Disney: A Magical Life. And
wow, it looks like a weasel.
So that was the new Zootopia window. Kind of cool. They got to go in the park early morning. So one of the things they got to see was them installing a Zootopia window overnight. But as I said, the biggest thing that happened is Walt Disney: A Magical Life. And did we talk about that last week? I can't remember.
I want to say that we did, because
they got their preview.
Well, I was going to ask if we could wait and talk about that next time, because I'm about to see it. Fingers crossed.
That's true. And Mike will be here too, and he has since seen it.
I was hoping we could talk about it once we had more people who have actually seen it in person. I'm excited.
So it has debuted. You can go see it on our website. That's obviously a big deal.
Drop the virtual queue today?
It didn't seem to have a virtual queue when we were looking. I think it listed it as like
open.
Something like that. That gave the impression that the infrastructure was still there, but it wasn't in use. So
yeah, and it's showing on the wait times is just open, not virtual queue. So
I'm hoping it'll still be like that when I go. Yay!
We will talk about that more next week when people who have actually seen it will be here, but it is on our YouTube if you want to see it. We have plenty of articles about it. Benji reviewed it.
Although one of my favorite tweets, and I'm sorry I don't recall who said it, was someone recounting how the way the attraction is set up, it's a portion of One Man's Dream video with Bob Iger talking about Walt before the Walt animatronic is unveiled to everybody and does his presentation. And I guess the language the cast member used in setting that up as Bob Iger is going to be introducing, people in the audience got very excited because they thought like legitimately Bob Iger was about to enter the theater because it was Disneyland's birthday and he'd been seen in the park that day, and you know,
should have.
I just thought it was really cute. I'm envisioning the buzz, like in the what? Bob's here! Wow, I'm excited.
He should have done that on opening day. That would have been great.
Emily, hope you're having fun.
And then there's some other stuff that debuted that day. They have some cool historical plaques around the park, talking about some of the things that are, you know, why is there a French Canada at Disneyland? Well, you can now find out why. Why is there cigars for Indian at Disneyland? You can find out why. So just kind of some neat little touches. I hope these stick around. This is kind of cool, the New Century Historical Society. I like this bit of education they've added myself. Rebecca will get to see that too. What do you got, Jerm?
Virtual queue is not in use.
All right.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Small World already? I'm so pathetic.
No, the verse debuted, and Jeremiah got to hear it before, right?
In Florida.
Yes.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Emily.
Emily.
All right. Go on.
Yes. So the final verse, last verse, whichever you want to call it. It's funny, when I was trying to find the exact wording, I want to say the parks doesn't say final or last verse. They just say it's in the final scene.
Yeah.
So when you head into the final scene, the celebration of all nations, especially America, with the cowboy and Indian, cowboy and Native American. That is where the verse takes place. It is beautiful, but it is strange to hear because when you pull in, at least here, I haven't watched the California version. The chorus of It's a Small World is low, and then you can tell when the new verse is about to start because the chorus goes up at least, to a 10 out of a 9. And then it kicks into the final verse, and then the volume drops back down for the chorus, and then it jumps back up for it. Yeah, it's very strange. Actually, I wrote it yesterday here again. They have it in the African section. They actually have the final verse, but it's only out of one speaker. So it wasn't something that on the first day I kind of heard it, and then yesterday I was like, yep, it's right there.
Okay, so that verse is heard in other portions, not only in the finale room, is what you're saying. Okay.
But it's supposed to be only in the finale, according to everybody. That it's just this most random one spot.
That is interesting. Funny. Yeah, it was announced to be the finale, so that is really, really interesting. And Small World, of course, written by the Sherman brothers. They also opened up a new tribute to the Sherman brothers, as at least they took part of the Main Street Cinema to put a tribute to the Sherman brothers in there, which is wonderful, wonderful to see with their contributions to Disneyland and Disney parks and Disney in general. You don't like that?
Let's talk about that.
They didn't want Walt to be the only one who wasn't happy with the stage.
I guess so.
So you can go check out. I believe this is probably Mike Celestino's tour through there. If you're not going to be able to
I'm very happy to see that people will learn more about the rich catalog of music that the Sherman brothers have done, because I think sometimes that gets lost, and so people know them for their Disney, but now they'll see just how broad their musical career was, and maybe they'll branch out and check out other things like the amazing Tom Sawyer. By the way, I will put in a word for that. Go find it. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, that's another one, but Tom Sawyer's better, by the way.
The Rich and Rob history, very good.
It just is. Tom Sawyer's so good.
I have not seen that one. Also debuted was this awesome new commercial, which we're not going to play the audio for. But did you guys see this commercial?
Yes.
No, I hadn't.
You haven't seen this, Jeremiah?
Oh, Jared, this is one of those perfect Disney commercials that gets you all teary, because it just focuses on how it is the canvas for you to make your own family movie, for you to make your own family moment. It's so beautiful. And yes, Gio, they did write for Annette. So yeah, totally love this commercial so much.
It is so good. And these are not actors.
First song with Annette.
Tall Paul. So these are not actors. These are real guests. I'm sure the scenes may be set up, but they are real guests. And it's just, it's very touching. And the end of it, I love so much. It's just the old lady, could be my grandma sitting in a wheelchair. Okay, not anymore. It could be my grandma about 20 years ago. And just like, I want to go again, or I can't wait to go back. It's just, they got this right. Because the reason they got it right, because this is the reality. For people who go to, especially those of us who kind of grew up in the area, but before the whole AP go every week thing, this is where there she is. So many memories, so many of these scenes I experienced with my family and my parents growing up in Southern California. And they nailed it. It's so
we really need to have a group outing to Disneyland.
We do.
We do.
100%.
Make some more memories.
We do. I agree with you, Jeremiah. Let's make that happen.
So anyway, Disneyland is 70. Let's see. Do I have I wanted to one more thing before we talk about Bob Iger and his perfect Disney day. This guy has a perfect Disney day every day he wakes up. Bob Gurr, living the best
I love those
life.
red sneakers.
He is not only living his best life, he is living the best life anyone who has ever lived.
Yeah.
Love Bob Gurr. Okay, what did you think? So Bob Iger was interviewed on Good Morning America, and he was asked about the perfect Disney day. What did you guys think of his perfect Disney day, Rebecca?
Well, I mean, I thought he nailed it. He was asked if you were taking someone to Disneyland and you wanted to ensure that they had that Disneyland experience and you only had an hour, and he said you have to see Pirates of the Caribbean, you have to see the castle, and you have to meet Mickey Mouse, and do not underestimate the importance of wandering up Main Street and enjoying the smell of the popcorn and churros. I thought he nailed it. That's exactly like an hour at the park for sure. It was lovely.
Do you believe Pirates is actually his favorite attraction?
Bob Iger's favorite attraction? Let me think about it. At
He said that was his
Disneyland.
favorite attraction. Because I think it might be
100%.
the canoes. Really.
The canoes.
Yeah.
I feel like he would, if they said, okay, you have to be the corporate guy, I don't think Pirates would have been the one that he would have chosen as this is what I'm saying, as the head of the Walt Disney Company. That is much more of that is the best attraction that was ever made, period.
That is a great answer, Jeremiah. I wish you would have said the next one. My favorite attraction is the next one.
I don't think he could get away. That would have come off corny from him.
Yeah.
I could take that from like Tom Fitzgerald or someone on the creative side maybe.
Sure.
But from him, I love the notion that hey, no, this one, the Pirates. This is it. This is what Disneyland is about.
Such an easy answer, Pirates. So cliche.
What would you pick
If he said that, I would have said. If he answered that to me, I would have said, "What's your second?" Because that's just such a cliche. What would I pick as my favorite Disneyland attraction?
No, this wasn't favorite. This was you have an hour to demonstrate to somebody
I realize that.
Disneyland is.
But as a part of that, he said that Pirates was his favorite.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to say, what would I pick? Well, I mean, in that case, I probably would pick Pirates. But putting that aside.
But what's your favorite? Okay, so since we know that that's not your favorite, in fact, you avoid it. What is your favorite?
Combining one I really love that I would say, no, do this. Pirates is the easy choice, but do this one. This one works just about as well. Haunted Mansion.
I feel like Pirates is the complete story. Like that sums up with the music, with the amazing animatronic, not story as in tells a story because it's all over the place.
But Lillian would pick.
What does Pirates have? What does Pirates have over Haunted Mansion?
I feel like just the scenes are so massive where, yes, you look at the ballroom, that's a big scene. The graveyard, yes. But Pirates, from the caves with Dead Men Tell No Tales echoing into the burning.
Yeah. I would also have no trouble saying, I mean, it's not classic, but I would have no trouble saying Rise of the Resistance because I think that is unsurpassed.
We have a guest.
Oh, hey, Giddy.
This one.
Run. You know what? That is a great call, actually. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Disneyland.
It's the Mickey ride, and it like is trackless, and it has a pre-show and a good storyline, an original theme song, animatronics mixed with screens. It is very accessible because it has no height requirement and isn't that intense. It is Disney, in my opinion.
That is a really good suggestion, Gideon.
That's like a true 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, even for a modern attraction, as the one attraction, I would put that above Rise of the Resistance.
See,
it's more quintessential Disney.
If Pirates wasn't the one, I'd go Indy because no, actually, you know what? Jungle Cruise. That is a perfect way to sum up Disneyland because it's
snarky.
Got the animatronics. It's corny. It's fun. You get a laugh. You get to enjoy the time.
All ages. You do it all together.
All right. I like this game. Let's remember to do this next week for another park. And
by the way, Gideon was over here doing the and I know Ben is not a fan either. So
like Florida.
Yeah, he's a Florida Jungle Cruise guy.
But that's one of those things that I always giggle about. I mean, in general, and I've shared this story a bazillion times, and I shared it last week on Twitter. Was, for some people they would say the tiki room, and yet Juby and I heard a family bemoaning it as the worst thing they'd ever seen. They don't know what Disney was thinking. They were thankful that not all the family was there. They had broken off into smaller groups. Oh, so glad you all didn't waste your time on that, blah, blah, blah. And, it is what it is.
I hear that with people with the American Adventure. Either people love it or they're like, why did we do that?
I love this discussion. We cannot spend the whole show with a discussion like this, but I want to do more of it. I like talking about.
But you know what it really makes me want? Disney. You know what it makes me really want to do is a Laughing Place day at the park. Like get a group of people together who and do a day together. Go on the Pirates together and then enjoy a mint julep talking about it, and go Jungle Cruise together and have a Dole Whip talking about it. That kind of thing.
Not the peach Dole Whip. I don't want to try peach Dole Whip. That just sounds like
it's on my to-do list when I get there.
It sounds just crimes against humanity.
Gio said go to Potsy, Jungle, Small World. See, no one said Small World. I think Small World's pretty key too.
Small World is like that was
number 2 right there. Yeah.
No, I mean Gio did, but none of us said Small World in our discussion, and that's a pretty. You know what? No one's going to say is Falcon. Spoilers Run. You can do without that. All right. Coming up soon is the Fantastic Four.
First steps.
Thank you very much. And the merchandise is coming, or I should say the food is coming.
I swear that is just a repainted Elastigirl.
That's a funny thought.
So this is, I believe, a global food initiative going around.
That's like a Hulk.
Yeah.
It's not Hulk. Fantastic Four.
But didn't they do that with Hulk? A fist thing?
No, it was the gauntlet for Thanos.
Rebecca will be eating one of these on Friday.
No, who says?
I want you to. Well, bring me one then. Take it to Florida. Wait for me for a week and a half.
I won't see you for a week.
It'll stay.
Ew, what do you mean, ew, Nikki B? That cheese mozzarella stick looked awesome. So lots of fun, Fantastic Four drinks coming.
Where are those? Hold on. Where are these drinks being displayed? Because I don't know the background.
Some of this is Hong Kong that he was sharing.
Yeah, this is all over. So
I think those are at Marble. So those are in
Paris.
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 So get on a plane.
Yes, because that's the background. Okay.
Yeah.
And also coming this week is, I'm so confused because I keep thinking Rebecca's going to see some Volkswagen, but apparently that's not the case. Who is Herbie, Jeremiah?
Hit the button.
In the cartoon,
one over, Doobie.
When Fantastic Four was created in the comics, it was those four. When they started making a cartoon, Johnny Storm was already part of a Spider-Man cartoon, so they put Herbie in his place. I've heard because they didn't want to pull him out of the other property he was a part of, Johnny Storm. And then I also heard for toys and to appeal to kids. So all of that, but I'm excited to see Herbie and the Thing.
So it looks like Herbie will be there as well as one of the Fantastic Four at a time, but over time, all four of them will be there. I believe that is the what's going on. So Rebecca will be there. That is the most important thing to me. She's going to be at Disneyland on Friday, checking all this out in Tomorrowland. Yes, these are Marvel characters, but they will be in Tomorrowland, not in Avengers Campus. Yes, Herbie is cousin Oliver. Maybe they'll have a pie fight at Universal Studios. Who knows? All right, back to Walt Disney World. And speaking, wait, do you remember that one?
Yes.
We're so old.
First thing I think of, cousin Oliver. First, you think of the glasses, and then you think of the pie fight at Universal Studios that they only won because Oliver came. And he thought no one liked him.
Him in Hawaii.
Oliver wasn't there for that one, but yes,
I think of Dr. Z.
The idol.
I thought he was.
No, he was definitely not there for that. Okay, Jeremiah.
If I still had my Herbie the Love Bug shirt, I would wear it, but I don't.
So, that's the Paris. Did we not get a video? I know we did. We probably just. We got to update these articles. Maybe I just have the wrong article.
Grabbed the wrong URL.
It may be the wrong URL. Speaking of droids walking around,
the BDX droids arrived on Batu East just a few days ago. I want to say this was the 16th.
Say it, Jeremiah. Say it.
I honestly, the days have all just like the 17th to the 20th have just kind of all melded together. But yes, the BDX droids are here at Walt Disney World, the Disney's Hollywood Studios. And unlike when they're at Disneyland and when they're at Paris, they were just kind of there. They had like their little scene that they would do. In Paris, it was just a small area. And in Disneyland, they were around the garage area. Here, they actually appear in different places in the land. So you don't really know exactly where they'll show up. And they interact with different characters. This is the Kimbe, that's part of the lightsaber creation.
Oh, I thought it was the White Lion.
So he comes out and they do a scene with him. I've seen photos of them interacting with Vi. And I think I've actually seen a photo of them with Chewie. So I caught this. They're just so super cute.
Aren't they, though? They're the most cute things ever.
Just don't pay attention to the guys walking around with the controls.
I don't care about that. He's so cute. Why would you? Look at him. He's so cute.
He is pretty cute.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
And they walk.
And they bounce and they hop.
That is crazy. When did technology get this good?
I want to say this was like 2.5 years ago.
Wow. Put some AI in there.
They would rule the world. They just shoot and it would be like, okay.
What is stopping having these guys put some AI in there and be autonomous? Why aren't we there yet?
Aren't they reportedly being tasked with emoting?
Oh, they
in adaptive ways?
Yeah, the controller, pulling back the curtain, I was watching some of them control it. It is more of they hit, okay, they want it to walk forward. And then they will start to do their own little things.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's scary what they can do on their own. And then this was their second set that wasn't advertised, but all the cast members said, you guys want to wait right here. And that's the people that were waiting right there for it. So here's me doing a flyover with a really long arm and finding an opening so we could see them do their little set. And yes, Nikki B, this, as you can see with the beautiful blue skies, and I think about 10 minutes later, I don't know if the video was edited down, all of a sudden you see people come out with trash bags.
Wow.
Yes, take it to the end of this video and see.
We probably clipped it, right?
Yeah,
there's a trash bag.
Oh, there they come. They're here. They're here.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, guys.
That is crazy. That is cool. Thank you, Nikki B, for watching the video all the way through.
Yeah, but they were super cute. I definitely want to get out there and see the different sets because it was interactive with the guests. That one, they asked one of the guests how they want the BDX droids to, what they would want them to do. Like if they're sneaking through a small area, how they do it. And you see them just kind of sneak a little bit. And then you see one kind of like shuffle to the side, and then the last one, I can't think of his name. They each have their own name. He just screams and runs around.
So cute.
I call them Huey, Dewey, and Louie, even though that's not their names, because there's usually only 3 of them out there. So
yeah,
I call him Herbie. All Herbie. All right. Staying at Walt Disney World, Stormalong Bay has recently opened, and they've added a fun new sign there to add some story to it. I'm a little disappointed they didn't make it a part of Sea somehow, just make it some new.
Are you sure they didn't?
The universe. Am I sure they didn't? No,
yeah,
I'm sure they didn't mention
across there could have been a sea ship that Mary, what's her name?
Yes, but it is fun. They have the Legend of Stormalong Bay. You can read it here. Once upon a stormy sea, a salty.
I think you have to sing it like a sea shanty, Doobie.
Once upon. Oh, I can't stand shanties.
Doobie does not like sea shanties. He used to get very annoyed on the lazy river when you would reach the sea shanty zone.
Shanties might be the most annoying music in the world to me.
I don't understand that.
So
I'd rather listen to gangster rap than a sea shanty.
I'll start sending you that guy that turns all the songs into like sea shanties or marches.
No.
I like sea shanties. My nephew likes sea shanties. My husband does not like sea shanties.
And I love the sea. So Jollywood Nights is coming back. Jeremiah's a big fan of the Jollywood, right?
Yes. Jollywood Nights is always good. Looks, it's pretty much everything is returning. They're playing around with some of the characters, but there isn't any major drastic changes. We're getting Miguel, which will be fun. But yeah, the tickets are on sale for that. We can think back to the first night where we all poo-pooed it, and then I sang its praises the other times that I went, and now it's definitely the highlight of the holiday season.
Here to stay. So they start November 8th through December 22nd. Select dates. Looks like about 12 or 13 dates. Tickets are on sale for resort guests already. And then on the 22nd, they go for general sale. Pricing from $159 to $179. Very Merry Christmas Party is also for sale already. Has also been announced. Going from November 7th through the 21st. Many more select dates, more than 13. Again, tickets went on sale July 16th for select resort guests and July 22nd for everybody else. $169. Yes, $160. Correct. Tomorrow, $169 to $229. Jeremiah, you've got a friend who can only afford one of these parties. Which one are you sending him to?
Really depends on if it is an adult friend or an adult friend with kids.
All right, so it comes down to that.
Yes, because I take that back. Jollywood Nights is where I'd send somebody right away. But if they have kids, Jollywood Night isn't for kids. You go over to Very Merry Christmas Party.
Okay. I've never done Jollywood. I love Very Merry. I think it's a really fun event. And someday I hope to do Jolly.
I'm gonna have to look up the definition of words for this new poem over here at
Are you reading it?
Well, because it's once upon a stormy sea, a salty tar roamed wild and free. He stood 200 barrels tall, with shoals like a brick wall. Okay, so I'm assuming tar is short for something, but I don't know what. And I'm assuming shoals is maybe shoulders.
That's got to be shoulders.
But I don't know what tar is.
Read it again.
Tar. It said, once upon a stormy sea, a salty tar roamed wild and free. I'm like, I'm not familiar with tar in terms of piratey rhetoric. So I'm going to have to look that up and figure out what it is. Because, to me, tar is a black sticky substance that, I don't necessarily, I know I can think of when I'm at the beach, you can encounter it on the seashore, but
the phrase likely comes from Jack tar, which was a nickname for a British sailor, and it is an old-fashioned slang term for sailor.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. A salty sailor. Why don't you just say sailor?
Why don't you just say sailor? Because
a salty sailor rode wild and free. He stood 200 barrels tall. That seems very tall.
200 barrel? Like a little tiny, like a barrel full of monkeys?
It says he stood 200 barrels tall, and his arms were 50 krakens strong. This sounds like a giant. I like Nikki B coming in. What in tarnation? His name was Old Stormalong. He's a myth.
Yes? Oh, myth.
Yep.
Okay. Jeremiah, this one's all you, buddy.
Oh, yes.
Jeremiah's in the
Orlando
suit, by the way.
Magical Dining. Visit Orlando for the past 20 years has been doing this magical dining where they partner with restaurants all around the Orlando area. Usually it's a specialty plate or special priced, and some of the proceeds will always go to a nonprofit organization. This year is their 20th. We have a full article up about this press conference and where the nonprofit denomination is for READ, which helps children with dyslexia and reading disabilities. All the information is there. If you are in the Orlando area, it is always a good time. It's also a nice way to experience some of the different restaurants around the area. It's not just, you don't just spend your time at Disney. And as a matter of fact, there's very little Disney in this.
All right, except for that character that we got to see there.
And as Gio points out, there are other legends out there. Pecos Bill, he wasn't tall, but Paul Bunyan was at 63 axe handles high, or maybe it was 53 axe handles high, with his feet on the ground and his head in the sky. Hey, Paul.
I feel like 200 barrels is a lot more than 63 axe handles.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing, but I don't know if those are standard units.
I would guess.
He wrestled with Babe the Ox, and that's how he got the Great Lakes. I mean, that's awful big.
One axe handle would probably be, or one barrel would be like 1 1/4 axe handle.
You think so?
Yeah, because you think of a barrel is, and then an axe handle, a good size one is probably a little less than that.
But I guess it depends, because I've seen some small barrels. I mean, if you think about those barrels that they're sitting on in, Pirates of the Caribbean, those aren't very big.
TIL Grandma watches the show because I just learned tar is used frequently in crossword puzzles for sailor.
Hi, Mom.
Thank you, Grandma Linda.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up barrels to axe handles conversion.
See, Joe, you're right. Barrels do come in different sizes. So.
But now I'm mad. I've got to go look it up. I can't remember if it's 53 or 60. 53 or 63 axe handles high. But I do know his feet are on the ground and his head is in the sky.
While you look that up and Jeremiah works on the standard axe handle to barrel conversion, I am going to talk about Lillian Disney.
Oh, this is a great one.
She got a window on Main Street. This is Walt Disney's wife. As you know, the windows on Main Street are used to honor people who were instrumental in the creation and ongoing of the park, and sometimes for personal reasons as well, like Walt's father has a window, and now Walt's wife has a window. It reads, "Lily's bountiful blooms, flowers and fancies. Lillian bounds Disney, inspiring worlds of color and happiness." And this was done in a private ceremony before park opening on the 16th, I believe.
Okay, I really want to put some context on this.
Please do. I was assuming you would.
The Disney Family Museum has a great article about this story, so you can go find out more details than I know off the top of my head. But famously, Walt had a backyard railroad, and his wife and her beloved flowers, there had to be an arrangement between the two of them regarding said railroad. There was actual documentation and contracts. So be sure to read all about that story with the Disney Family Museum, because it is a doozy, and I love it very much. The story of Walt and Lillian and the backyard contract.
Yes, that is a great story.
To preserve her flowers and let him have his railroad.
And if you would like to go see Lillian's Window and everything else at the Disneyland Resort, we invite you to go to our friends at Mouse Fan Travel, because there are some new discounts. You can save up to 20% for both the holidays and Halloween, so sooner travel and the latter travel. Are these the best ways you can go? Is this how you save the most money? It's not always obvious. That's why we always recommend you use a travel partner, specifically our friends at Mouse Fan Travel. You can go to mousefantravel.com/laughingplace. No one wants to put the banner up for me. That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Do it myself. Go to Mouse Fan Travel and
I didn't know you were waiting on me to do that.
tell them Laughing Place sent you, and yeah, they'll make sure you get the best price. As I said, the discount that's advertised, the special that's advertised, is not always the best price for various reasons. So, and then sometimes stuff comes up later, and the price goes down, and they're not going to, Disney's not going to reach out and tell you, hey, you can actually get this for a lower price now. But Mouse Fan Travel will let you know that you can save some money. They can even help you book some of these private events that sometimes sell out. They can help you procure tickets sometimes, or at least they have more success getting them on their own than you may have on your own. So no reason not to use a travel agent like Mouse Fan Travel. Highly recommended.
An axe handle can be 20 to 42 inches in height.
What about a barrel?
Remember when we had to learn how to convert imperial to metric?
Yeah.
There is nothing about a size of a barrel as far as height, but as far as like what it holds and that type of size, there's tons of it. A standard barrel is 42 US gallons.
That's not a height.
I know. They don't have
on the side or like stacked on top of each other. Sorry, I asked ChatGPT and it's making guesses, but I want something more concrete. All right, we're going to move on to something more important.
42 gallons.
Yeah, that's not a height. The Disney Magic has canceled a sailing. So if you were on the April 19th sailing that was going to reposition it from San Diego to its dry dock location, that sailing was canceled. They have rescheduled that dry dock a little bit. The good news is it is happening a week later. So assuming they canceled on you and gave you some kind of discount on a future cruise, maybe you can book it a week later at a discount. And instead, that April 19th cruise will be a standard San Diego cruise around Mexico and Catalina Island and back to San Diego. I wish I was going on that cruise, wherever it's going. Our friend over in Tokyo, Tetsuya, has some pictures of a new show out there that has debuted. It is called Dreams Take Flight. Quite attractive.
Is that the Lost River Delta?
You tell me, man. You had the rundown.
It looks like that theater in there. I can't remember the show I saw when I went, but that is designed because it's a hangar that would fit perfectly.
So there you go. Anything I missed, guys?
Nope, not that I'm aware of this week. Since Mike wasn't here, I, knew we might not hit everything. So
yeah, so we're going to talk about some of this Disneyland stuff, like seeing Walt and such, more next week because Rebecca will have had the chance to see it, and Mike Celestino will have seen it by then.
I will be.
He's already seen it, but we'll have him back. You'll be what?
I will be in the park on Monday, so I may be coming live from Disneyland after.
That'd be great.
Cool.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't that be cool if you can talk about us while you're watching? Talk to us while you're watching the show.
Absolutely. Look at that. Look at Walt.
No, because we value the magic.
Gio says that looks fun. I think I'll watch that video later. And I don't think we have a video. We just have pictures, unfortunately.
Yeah, just pictures.
Yeah, Tokyo's a little more strict with such things. So
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. And we will be back next week. We will not be back tomorrow morning with the morning show because Kyle, for once, has another obligation, not me. But that should be back on Wednesday. We will have a 2-show Tuesday, though, with with trivia tomorrow. I've committed to trivia tomorrow, Rebecca. Even if Gideon's not well, I want you to do it with me. I think we need to do
cool.
trivia. And then Rebecca, of course, will have Barely Necessities, the Disney merchandise show.
I will.
So,
yep, we'll be back here to talk about all kinds of Disney merchandise.
Like, subscribe.
Follow along starting Wednesday for San Diego Comic-Con news.
Yeah, that's
right.
A big deal.
Comic-Con.
And to keep the algo happy, zombies, descendants, descendants, zombies, descendants. See you, everybody. Bye.